Welcome to Cloud Wizard. In this video, we're doing a complete deep dive into the message queue, the asynchronous backbone that decouples services, absorbs traffic spikes, and reliably moves data across distributed systems. We'll cover how platforms like Uber, Netflix, and high-scale e-commerce use queues such as Kafka, RabbitMQ, and Pulsar to handle events, orders, logs, and notifications. Whether you're preparing for a senior engineering interview or building messaging infrastructure at scale, this one is for you. Let's get into it. Welcome to Cloud Wizard. In this video, we're doing a complete deep dive into the message queue, one of the most fundamental building blocks of distributed systems. If you have ever wondered how Uber processes ride events, how Netflix streams recommendations, how e-commerce sites handle order spikes, or how microservices talk without creating a tangled mess of direct calls, this video is for you. We'll cover functional requirements, non-functional requirements, system architecture, end-to-end user journey, core models, low-level design, and the trade-offs that come up in a senior system design interview. Whether you are preparing for a FAANG interview or designing production messaging infrastructure, let's get into it. Here is the core problem. In a monolithic or tightly coupled service architecture, every request is synchronous. The order service calls the payment service, which calls the fraud service, which calls the notification service. If one service slows down, the entire chain suffers. A flash sale doubles traffic, and now every downstream service is overloaded. A deployment bug in the email service causes checkout timeouts. The team adds retries and circuit breakers, but the fundamental issue remains. Services are too tightly coupled to each other's availability, latency, and throughput. The business needs an asynchronous communication layer that decouples producers from consumers, absorbs traffic spikes, guarantees durable delivery, and lets each component scale independently. That layer is the message queue. Let's walk through the functional requirements. First, the system must support both publish, subscribe, and point-to-point messaging patterns so that one message can be broadcast to many consumers or delivered to exactly one consumer. Second, it must durably store messages so that a broker crash does not lose in-flight data. Third, it must provide configurable delivery semantics, at least once, at most once, or exactly once, depending on the use case. Fourth, it must support ordering guarantees, partitioning, and consumer groups, so that related messages can be processed in sequence and work can be parallelized. Fifth, it must support advanced features like message TTL, delayed delivery, retry queues, and dead letter queues for handling poison messages. Sixth, the system must expose operational APIs for creating topics, managing partitions, monitoring consumer lag, and inspecting offsets. These capabilities make the message queue useful across a wide range of distributed systems. Now the non-functional requirements. The message queue must deliver extremely high throughput, often hundreds of thousands or even millions of messages per second. End-to-end latency must be low enough for real-time use cases, typically measured in milliseconds at the P95 and P99 percentiles. The system must scale horizontally, adding brokers and partitions without downtime. Durability is non-negotiable. Once a producer receives an acknowledgement, the message must survive broker failures. High availability and fault tolerance require replication, leader election, and automatic failover. The system must remain consistent with respect to ordering and offset semantics. Operational observability is essential because consumer lag, partition skew, and broker failures are common production issues. And security matters. Access control, encryption in transit and at rest, and authentication of producers and consumers. Here is the high-level system architecture. Producers send messages to the queue through an API gateway or client-side routing layer. The gateway forwards messages to the broker cluster. Each broker owns a subset of topic partitions. When a message arrives, the broker appends it to the partition log, replicates it to follower brokers, and then acknowledges the producer. Consumers subscribe to topics, and consumer groups coordinate partition assignment so that each partition is consumed by exactly one member of the group. A metadata coordinator, historically Zookeeper and increasingly a self-managed RAF-like controller, tracks broker membership, topic metadata, partition leadership, and consumer group state. A metrics and observability stack monitors throughput, lag, and broker health. Finally, an admin service provides topic and partition management APIs. This layered architecture is what makes Kafka, RabbitMQ, Pulsar, and similar systems production-ready. The key metrics to memorize cold. Throughput, measured in messages per second or megabytes per second, is the headline capacity metric. End-to-end latency, usually at the P95 and P99, tells you how long a message spends from producer send to consumer processing. Consumer lag is the difference between the latest offset and the committed offset of a consumer group. It is the most important operational health signal. Durability is measured by the replication factor and the number of in-sync replicas. Availability is typically expressed as the percentage of time the cluster is writable and readable. Partition count and partition skew affect parallelism and load balancing. And message loss or duplicate rates quantify the correctness of delivery semantics. These are the metrics every interviewer and on-call engineer will ask about. Let's trace the end-to-end user journey. An e-commerce customer places an order. The order service produces an order-created event to the order's topic with a key equal to the order identifier, guaranteeing that all events for the same order go to the same partition and are processed in order. The payment consumer group picks up the event, processes the charge, and produces a payment completed event. The fulfillment consumer group independently reads the order event, reserves inventory, and prepares shipment. The analytics consumer group writes the same event to a data warehouse. Meanwhile, the notification consumer group sends the customer an email. If any consumer falls behind, an operations dashboard shows rising lag and triggers an alert. The system absorbs the traffic spike without blocking the checkout flow, and each downstream service processes events at its own pace. The core models and algorithms. A topic is a logical stream of messages, and a topic is divided into partitions for parallelism. Each partition is an ordered, immutable log of records, and each record has a monotonically increasing offset. Producers choose a partition by key or by round robin, and they receive an acknowledgement based on the configured durability level. Replication creates copies of a partition across brokers. The leader handles reads and writes, while followers replicate the log. The in-sync replica set, or ISR, defines the followers that are caught up enough to participate in failover. Consumer groups use a group coordinator to assign partitions to members and track committed offsets. Log compaction retains the latest value for each key, which is useful for changelog style topics. Backpressure and retry policies protect downstream systems, and deadletter queues isolate poison messages that repeatedly fail. The key trade-off is consistency versus availability and throughput. Stronger guarantees almost always cost performance. Now the low-level design deep dive. A partition log is implemented as a set of segment files on disk. Each segment has an index that maps offsets to file positions for fast lookups. When a producer sends a message, the broker validates the topic, assigns an offset, writes to the active segment, and optionally waits for acknowledgments from followers before responding. The consumer fetch request specifies the topic partition and the next offset. The broker reads from the segment and returns a batch of records. The consumer processes the batch and periodically commits its offset, either automatically or manually. Consumer group rebalancing is handled by a coordinator. When a new member joins or leaves, the coordinator triggers a rebalance that revokes and reassigns partitions. Metadata is stored in a replicated metadata store, and the controller handles leader election, partition reassignment, and broker registration. For exactly one semantics, the broker supports idempotent producers and transactional producers and consumers. Key takeaways for your interview. First, a message queue is not just a pipe. It is a durable, scalable, fault-tolerant communication layer that decouples services and absorbs traffic spikes. Second, understand partitions and offsets cold. Partitions provide parallelism and ordering, while offsets provide the consumer's position in the log. Third, replication, and the in-sync replica set are the heart of durability and availability. Be ready to explain leader failover, acks, and min-ISR. Fourth, consumer groups are the standard way to scale consumption horizontally, but remember that partitions, not messages, are the unit of assignment, so partition count matters. Fifth, operational health is measured by consumer lag, throughput, and latency, and you should design dashboards and alerts around those. If you can walk through this system with these 5 points, you will signal strong senior-level design thinking. That's it for the message queue. If this helped, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one at Cloud Wizard. And that's a wrap on the message queue. We covered the full picture from pub/sub and point-to-point patterns through partitions, offsets, replication, consumer groups, and the low-level design of the logs, segments, and offset commits. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss a new system design video. Drop your questions in the comments below. I read every single one. See you in the next one at Cloud Wizard.